To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by sleep we say we end the heartache, and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream! I'm beginning to feel like the lip master. Call me Hamlet, I'm a stage actor. You ask me, why do all these novels matter? Because you take what you learn and write a new chapter. For me to know these books, I'm a literary prophet. I got the Crucible in my back pocket. For literature, I'm a hacker, but I don't need spark notes because I'm not a slacker. They think when I teach books, it's a huge disaster, but they're jealous to see me hit the stage and bring my swagger. Bam, I'm a firing dagger, and with these insane metaphors, I'll teach you how to crunch these books like a raptor. Each book is a different adventure at the edge of my fingers. Suspense lingers, morals and concepts to crime, themes to justify. So hop on this reading rainbow ride and find the chance to improvise and become the Hamlet inside. It's my disguise with the plot I surmise to avenge my father's death at the hands of Claudius for the crown of Denmark he inherits when he stole my mother's hand in marriage. Hamlet, stop contemplating. For a play within a play he's staging, a rap within a rap I'm raging. With banner over batter, these lyrical sonnets that flatter. The longer the delay, tragedy awaits to slay this heavily crafted play. I'm beginning to feel like a lip master. Call me Hamlet, I'm a stage actor. You ask me, why do all these novels matter? They think my literary act is a huge disaster. Some people think I'm crazy and want to criticize, like Holden Caulfield, who still hasn't made it through the ride. He's got Allie on his mind and failed school for the 4th time, but enough with these phony lies. I'm not that guy. I'm a reader of Hawthorne, Shakespeare, Mark Twain, and Chaucer, and several other famous authors. They form a canon, even if they didn't plan it. With mystery, romance, and horror, some of these novels are torture, like the one about the stranded boys on an island who were led to disorder when savage monsters grew inside them. Jack and the Hunters threw poor little Piggy off a mountain border. It was murder and much more. They despised the conch that brought civilization and order. Instead, they brought a demise in the Lord of the Flies. But not all piggies share the same fate. Some comprise at the animal farm where they're on the rise, and the government they devise, sitting on the throne of lies they're despised. You gotta stop this gig. So hey, little pig, leave your straw house, little pig, and run to your bro, little pig. Not the one whose house is made of twigs. That's not the one. You're bacon if you're not very quick, because that big bad wolf, he's slick. Hey, you scared, little pig? The big bad wolf is here, and you're prey, little pig. Careful, he's already got on his oven mitts, pork chops, he's ready to lick. So if you want to live, you better run off to your bro's house made of bricks. Make that wolf get tricked, and next time when we run our skit, you can get the part of Hamlet. I'm beginning to feel like the lip master. Call me Hamlet, I'm a stage actor. Why are all these books such a huge factor? Because the moments inside we want to capture. And I'm feeling like we can learn this lit just a little faster. So you be Odysseus, I'll be Poseidon. Too bad you're stuck on an island with a Cyclops giant. It's poor fate that Poseidon's got you like bait. But is it true that Ithaca's on the horizon? One place to another, it's an odyssey to return home to fill the prophecy. You'll get there, not by strength, but by wits and modesty. This is the way the gods meant it to be. But at least you're alive and you find paradise. Not every story ends with happy times. John Steinbeck reminds us that society was confined to certain laws and beliefs that had to be kept in mind. When it comes to what's right, people are blind, especially when they let Lenny and George be alone. It's unkind, so we must learn to stop the state of mind and accept differences of mankind. George shot Lenny, who didn't deserve to die. It's too bad Lenny had to take the hit for people to see eye to eye. But the truth is, we're all sinners, we can't deny, so we don't need to ostracize. Hester Prynne with a Scarlet Letter. It was chilling worth to put her under pressure. But Dimmesdale's love made her feel better. Her sin made her a debtor to the Puritan laws that were so strict. But remember, no one is perfect. True love is left. Hester and Dimmesdale to become a wreck. But it's not so different from Romeo and Juliet, two star-crossed lovers whose family posed a threat. Neither was left. Even if their love was magic, it became tragic, and they committed suicide out of their love and passion. The Montagues and Capulets were flabbergasted because their family feuds led their lovers to caskets. There's a lot more like Austen, Huxley, Thoreau, and Whitman. Honorable mention to Jane Eyre for being a feminist with ambition. All this lit crammed into one little act isn't formal, it might be abnormal, but I hope you find it cordial, even if it's only a morsel that I brought forward from the portal in a time warp from 1984 with George Orwell. Maybe next time in the 15th century I'll dwell with Gutenberg and the printing press when they were in tell. Maybe they can finally retell Beowulf and Plato's Republic well, but only time will tell if these stories fell or remain parallel. Through the years of school, these stories we propel. Right now we've mastered high school. I'll take you back to first grade as well. Got some Dr. Seuss. Bam! You do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam I am. Could you? Would you with a goat? I would not. Could not with a goat. Would you? Could you on a boat? I would not. Could not on a boat. I will not. Will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train. Not in dark. Not in tree. Not in car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them in a box. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam I am. Just when you least expect it, I throw in Dr. Seuss. You're asking me, what's the use? All he does is rhyme very well, but isn't he noble? Just ask Jay Gatsby what he thinks that means. He made a life out of scamming to become rich and glamoury. His life he wouldn't sell unless it was for Daisy, then he'd want to excel. But Gatsby's poorness is soon rich and well through illegal activities he sells. Such was the American dream, chipping away it seemed. Rich with money, maybe, but he'll never be as noble as Dr. Seuss shall ever be. He shouldn't have played that money game, because in the end he lost his fame. But at least the Great Gatsby book remains unhinged from the shelf. It's sustained, but it's a shame how insane they banned Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. I know it may contain language that's profane, but it's a story about acceptance of our friends and the differences we attain. Huck wants to free his friend Jim, who's a slave, because his heart's in the right place, but society forbade, saying that if you free slave, it's a horrible act that betrays civilization. That's not okay, and thus hypocrisy remains. But that's not the only act of moral nature in vain. They always thought Boo Radley was insane, though they didn't really know him. They heard stories and complaints, but what was inane was how the justice system treated Tom Robinson with disdain and let off Arthur Radley without any restraints. This poor scout must finally see how injustice thrives, how it remains. So I must ask, is it truly mundane to act this insane and be this absurd? I can't fathom it in any amount of words, but why must we kill a mockingbird?